Don't feed Urgot. Urgot is a ranged physical damage champion. While he can provide high burst damage, he brings substantial utility to his team as well. Urgot's passive causes targets he attacks or uses Acid Hunter against to deal 15% less damage for 2.5 seconds. Because of this, Urgot may choose to attack high damage targets during teamfights. Urgot's Acid Hunter is a skill shot missile that fires directly towards the mouse cursor, using the same functionality as smart casting. Though this ability is relatively weak at first, it dramatically scales in damage through each rank. In the early game, try to avoid becoming an easy target for Acid Hunter shots. As a skill shot with relatively long range, this can be used effectively over terrain or to land shots in bushes. Urgot's Noxian Corrosive Charge, though, will make it difficult to avoid Acid Hunter shots. This is a skill shot ability that drops a cloud of poison on the ground, granting temporary vision to the affected location. Any target hit by this cloud has their armor reduced and receives physical damage over 5 seconds. More importantly though, any target hit by this ability can be targeted by the Acid Hunter missile. By mousing over a target affected by the charge and seeing the targeting reticule, Urgot can fire his Acid Hunter at large distances and over terrain. If the charge is followed up quickly, Urgot can get multiple Acid Hunter shots on his target before the effect expires. The combination of Corrosive Charge and Acid Hunter makes Urgot brutally effective in the early game. If he lands even a single Acid Hunter, this can allow him to get a kill. Be very careful to avoid charges, and if you get hit, you may want to immediately get out of his vision to help avoid further Acid Hunter shots. Though the damage output is not as dangerous in later stages of the game by comparison to hard carries, he brings other utility to teams by that point. Part of his additional utility comes in the form of Terror Capacitor. This is a 7-second shield he applies to himself that prevents a certain amount of damage. While this shield is active, he can slow any target he lands either normal attacks or his Acid Hunter missiles on by up to 40%. This makes escaping an Urgot brutally difficult, so make sure you can commit and kill an Urgot before getting into battle. Urgot's ultimate is Hyperkinetic Position Reverser. This ability allows him to swap places with a nearby enemy after 1 second. During the 1 second channel, Urgot gains additional armor and magic resist, and his target is stunned and suppressed. Once the swap is completed, the target is slowed by 40% for 3 seconds. The Position Reverser can be used to bring targets into range of his towers, allowing for unexpected burst damage. Be very careful anytime you are fighting Urgot near a tower. Position Reverser can also be fantastic for avoiding ganks. When attacking Urgot, keep an eye on his possible targets for swapping, and be prepared to either crowd control him during the swap or immediately change directions to follow him. This ability makes Urgot a fantastic initiator in teamfights, and can be used over terrain. Be careful if you see an Urgot but cannot account for his teammates on the minimap. In games with coordinated teams, Urgot can be especially effective when coupled with other champions that can provide support and crowd controls when Urgot initiates. In these situations, Urgot can surgically remove champions from the enemy team before the real fights even begin. This is especially dangerous to watch out for as an initiator for an opposing team. If you have a charge or other gap closer, you can be pulled even further back and killed before your team can reach you if you're not careful. Finally, Urgot may use his Position Reverser to ensure a kill. Since it acts as a crowd control and increases his own survivability, he can use it while teammates are around to simultaneously finish the enemy and stay alive himself. Thanks for watching this Don't Feed. If you want to be alerted to every video I release, subscribe to my channel.